Cowboys.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Greg Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Yards to go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Chargers.
First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Austin Eckler, the Charger ball carrier. Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the 50, here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The 20. That Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try again with Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
56, 56, shot 56. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now it's the Rams' second all-time leading scorer, kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They started on the ground with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Dillon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
7-yard line.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Here's the big man dealing with it. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 16. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Herbert's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 3, Chargers nothing.
Draw play, Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, it's King. Yes. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Los Angeles.
Running on first down, Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Tristan Hill brought him down.
On second down, Eckler. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 17. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
He's brought down.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
The ball carrier.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
4-yard line.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
To the goal line. No gain.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
3-yard line.
The give is to Elliott. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
That's it, Patty. We go run.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Linval Joseph on
and the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Charger drive about to get going. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because there really may be one.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 42.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Prescott from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
At Bosher is set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Toss left to Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Third down and long.
Check, 42's the mark. Right here. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On second down, here's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
They absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They go to Elliott again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. 47.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down carry by Allen. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Letting one fly deep for Coop. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23, and he'll be out right at the 35. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Dallas. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, the return is Reed. Able to power through. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's
an ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Dillon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And Allen's got it. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and a mile. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it third and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, L.A.
Number 13.
Keenan Allen. 48 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 10. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Second and 6.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Chris Harris.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brought down by Carl.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Dillon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 3.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd down and 3. They run once more with Dillon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, 28 yards. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now, after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Herbert now to throw. And that's incomplete.
Herbert, receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Mike Williams. Touchdown.
Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Cowboys 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And with the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Today's final score.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the... So for the Chargers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.